Champions League hopes alive? We are about to find out in Casablanca. So the two teams shaking hands before we begin here. The last of the high fives. Referee Twanyan Yukwa part of the lineup too. Handshakes and high fives all around from both teams. Aigles de la Medina of Senegal, TP Mazembe of DR Congo. Who will it be that can go through? It's a long shot to say the least for Aigles de la Medina, having lost their first two encounters in Group A. Made history nonetheless, the Senegalese side. Coach Brian Tiam taking Aigles de la Medina all the way to the CAF Women's Champions League. Already history makers as the first Senegalese club to qualify for this continental tournament. Really, really good effort from the Eagles, but can Aigles de la Medina finish on a high today? If they were to think about going through, they'd have to win this one comfortably and hope for help from elsewhere. Here's how they line up with 6 changes, including Tiaba Gaysen, the goalkeeper. Aminata Kante comes into the back four, and Yemelo in the holding midfield role. Adama Sane, a new face in the lineup as well, and an all-new front two. In front of Marie Diok, it's Aminata Diop and Aïssatou Ndiaye. Strike force, just 19 and 18 years of age respectively. A very youthful front two for the Aigles de la Medina. Can they just write a new chapter of history for Senegalese women's football with a goal here today? Or will it be TP Mazembe? It's Captain Zumba with the red captain's armband. Both captains with number 2 today. Uyasar for Aigles de la Medina, centre-back. Zumba, the right-sided full-back for TP Mazembe. Here's the TP Mazembe lineup as well. Moroccan coach Lamia Boumehti sticks with the same back four. No changes there, but in the midfield, comes Stelma Bafour. Up front, Lago Ali Creto, the number 9, a new face in the lineup too. Just the 2 changes. Goalkeeper and back four remain steady and constant for the Ravens. TP Mazembe in a good position coming into this one. They're second in the table right now. They know that 3 more points would be enough. It's a simple equation for TP Mazembe. It's anything but for Aigles de la Medina. The group stage table is decided first and foremost by the head-to-head record if teams end level on points in a 3-game group stage. That's always a pretty realistic possibility. But TP Mazembe won't have to worry about that if they do win today. It's unlikely to be enough for the group win. Place in the top 2, it would be enough. It will be the Ravens of TP Mazembe who get us started at Stade La Bizaouli. Waiting for the signal from referee Twanyan Yukwa of Namibia. It will be time to go. We'll keep an eye, of course, on the other game in Group A today, because there are plenty of different permutations for teams ending up inside the top 2. TP Mazembe in the black and white. It's an aerial clash in the centre circle. Free kick goes the way of Aigles de la Medina. Aïssatou Ndiaye took a knock there right on the halfway line. Chance to launch something forward into opposition territory inside the first minute here for the Senegalese team. The pass was played down the right side and flicked on. They might be able to keep that in play. Hard running. Sentu Ndiaye, who won the free kick in the first place, did well to keep it in play, and now she's going to try and win the ball back here, and it pops out successfully, but the pass is misplaced by Sek in the midfield. That's a good delivery. Decent ball across. It was brought down just beyond lunge from the defender, tried to get it away, but eventually the ball into the box leads to nothing. Aigles de la Medina, the team from Dakar in Senegal, first Senegalese women's club to qualify for the CAF Women's Champions League, even if they go out without a point. They've made history just by being here, but they would love to change that goal difference at the moment of 0-5. No goals scored yet, 5 conceded. Diok, the left-sided forward, who goes down clutching the right ankle. Coach Bayang Tiam watching on. She talks about every game being a chance for improvement, a chance for the team to learn and the team to grow. They're certainly doing that on this continental stage in the CAF Women's Champions League. It is a tough level to come in and play as a debutant, but plenty of new teams getting into the competition, and we've seen the likes of FC Massar come along and record historic results, cause some upsets along the way. It's a second appearance at this continental stage for TP Mazembe, and the coach Lamia Boumehdi, Moroccan coach of the side from DR Congo. And they qualified also in 2022. They went out in the group stages a couple of years ago, and they've got a real chance to do one better here. It's one back, lofted forward by Lacho Mata. Goalkeeper has to come right out to the edge of the area there to deal with it. Tiaba Gaysen. Might have just had her heart in mouth for a moment. She used her body really well, actually, to wait for that to cross the line. Looked dangerous for a second. She escaped her penalty area, but allowed the ball just to cross back into it before gathering it. Well shielded, really. It was an awkward one, the way it came towards the keeper. He was being chased down by Lagoali Creto, forward from Côte d'Ivoire. Flag up. Aigles de la Medina with the free kick from the defence. It's blasted long downfield. The defence might have been able to let that one go all the way through to the goalkeeper. Instead, it was headed back towards the number 12, Bineta Sek. Didn't quite catch the effort. This is lofted high up in Aigles de la Medina territory. TP Mazembe on the attack, on the front foot now with Merveille Kanjinga. She's had a good tournament so far. Watch out for Kanjinga, the number 10, 21-year-old forward. Scored on match day 1, got an assist on match day 2. So her scorer points tally keeps moving. It's a comfortable gather on the edge of the 6-yard box. Was the captain Belange and Zumba who lofted it forward. Free kick again, right on the edge of the centre circle. Just a clip of the legs there. Thelma Bafor, who missed a penalty in the defeat last time out 3-1 loss against FAR Rabat. Balfour's penalty rather, could have made it 3-2 in the closing stages of that game and maybe set up an awkward finale for FAR Rabat, but as it was, it finished with a 3-1 victory for the Moroccan side. Mazembe fell to their first defeat, having beaten the University of the Western Cape on match day 1 by 2-0. It was Lacho Mata and Merve Kanjinga in the goals on match day 1. Elena Nkwandum scoring the first goal early on match day 2 for TP Mazembe, but it was a second half turnaround from FAR Rabat. Now the pass down towards the right hand side. It's one to chase, but the defender Anta Dembele can deal with it first. Over the halfway line go Aigles de la Medina. So first caution of the day. Just a cynical drag back by Anta Dembele. It is an early booking for Dembele with just 7 minutes played. They've already suffered one sending off in the group stage so far. Adama Sane collected 2 yellow cards after coming on as a substitute on match day 1. Mazembe pick up the loose ball with Ngambe. Nabia Boumehdi, her side, did register a win in the 2022 group stages. Coach Boumehdi will be watching for how her 2 new faces in the lineup make a difference. Here is one of them, Thelma Atua Bafor. Good touch back and maybe a chance to set up a shot on target. Instead it's over the top and it's an easy one for Tiaba Gaysen to leave as it drifts over the crossbar. Marlena Kasai with the attempted effort. Went for it with the left foot, but just leaned back and lifted it over the bar. It was well worked though by TP Mazembe. The ball towards the edge of the area, the cushioned header back. Out of defence from Aigles de la Medina. That could have led to something on the left-hand side. It looked like rather a hopeful clearance at the back, but she found a teammate in the midfield, but the ball wasn't slipped through onto the flank accurately enough, and now TP Mazembe can launch something into the area. The cross drifted towards the back post. It was ever so high. It seemed to hang in the air there. It dropped down at the back stick, but nobody was there quite to be able to turn it in and apply the finishing touch. Lofted across the area, just bouncing down and out of play. Aigles de la Medina in the blue and orange. They'll look down the left-hand side again. It's scooped forward and it's going to stay in play. Movement in the middle. Aissatou Ndai is in the box if she can be picked out. Marie Dioch working hard and the ball comes back. Maybe another chance to get something into the middle. Patient passing from Aigles de la Medina, but that one's off target. Maybe they'll rue the missed chance to get something into the danger zone. Aissatou Ndai, the 18-year-old striker with the number 9 shirt. She would have wanted something to come her way. And 10 minutes gone here at Stade Labi Zaouli. Still goalless between Aigles de la Medina of Senegal and TP Mazembe of DR Congo. Good passing on the edge of the box and a good shot as well, and that needed a really decent save to hold on to the goalless scoreline so far. That's the best moment of the match by a long way. 10 minutes in. Adama Sane is good passing on the edge of the box. And the shot was dipping and curling in. Full marks, Fideline Ngoy. A full stretch save from the number 1 in goal for TP Mazembe. She thought she'd scored for just a second there. Adama Sane. So the number 1, Ngoy, still down on the ground. Did she hurt herself landing from that full stretch dive? Or did she twinge something as she flung herself across the goal? It was an essential save. That shot was so well placed from Adama Sane. Once we are back underway here, Aigles de la Medina will have their first chance from a corner. Just about stays in play. TP Mazembe should be able to deal with it. There was a shout for offside there, but no flag went up. It's cleared away towards the halfway line. Well, it didn't work out for the Eagles, but it was opportunistic, trying to take the throw in that wasn't theirs in the first place. Tried to release down the right-hand side, make some room for players in blue and orange. Instead, TP Mazembe will have the throw, and it's not taken in the right place, according to referee Ancino Twanyanyukwa. Drop ball situation in the end after all that. Lumazim boot it into opposition territory, and it will be booted right back up to the halfway line. Mazembe with the through ball, want to chase again. This is going to hang up on the turf. Goalkeeper has to come out and get that. Looked like there might have been a shout for offside. Goalkeeper wasn't taking any chances. Tiaba Gaysen cleared her lines. Here's another one that's going to be met on the edge of the box, and again the goalkeeper has to come out. Well, that's 3 times already in the match now, and she's got it right each and every time, Tiaba Gaysen. TP Mazembe come again. Almost a quarter of an hour played. That's launched towards the D, but headed away. Good calm defending. And now can Aigles de la Medina build? Last touch. Came off the number 19, Mary Diok. There's a look at yet another one of those passes that just had the spin on it to get in behind the defence and then suddenly slow up as it comes towards the penalty area. She had to be absolutely perfect there. Tiaba Gaysen. Even the smallest of miscalculations, she would have been in big trouble. The Aigles de la Medina number 1 has been absolutely spot on so far. She took a clattering in that last attack as well, but she was straight back to her feet. Talking of taking a clattering, there's another knock to the head here. Santiemelo, who is down. So just over a quarter of an hour gone now. The physio's out onto the pitch. The best chance of the game came from the boot of Adama Sané. So nearly getting that historic goal for Aigles de la Medina in the CAF Women's Champions League. It was a beautiful shot from the number 11 from outside the area. It was curling towards the bottom corner of Fidlin Ngoy's goal. But the Mazembe keeper excelled as she got over to touch it away to safety. There was a shot from Marlene Kasai in the other direction that was scooped well up and over the bar. All pretty even in this opening phase of the match. Lamia Boumehdi just having a word with Merve Kanjinga. Tactical instructions offered to the TP Mazembe number 10. Pass it forward well. Comes to Moumazine over on the left. She lifts it long down that left flank. Here is Merve Kanjinga. Just had that tactical talking with the coach. Cleared away but out for a throw in. Moumazine again, quick to take it. Fatoumata Dramé deals with it, down in the right back position for Aigles de la Medina. Still goalless here as we come towards 20 minutes played. It's goalless in the other match between Western Cape University and FAR Rabat as well. It's cleared away out of the area. Kanjinga in a good position. Kante did the job. One of the 6 changes to the starting lineup today. Aminata Kante going into the defence. Mazine's throw in. It's lifted on and on again into the box. Needs to be dealt with. Will do for now. Kante puts it away behind for a TP Mazembe corner. The other game in this group at the Ben Mohamed El Abdi Stadium. That will also be crucial in determining the standings. Right now, obviously nothing has changed. FAR Rabat go from 6 to 7 points. Mazembe and Western Cape move to 4 each. The goalkeeper lets that one go, but she quickly gets down together. Corner deep into the 6-yard box. Keeper was the very first one to it. She goes long downfield, sliced back towards her own penalty area. Roy launch it towards the halfway line. Mazembe winning a few more of the second balls at the moment in this phase of the game. Last touch came off Zumba, the captain. That will be a throw-in for Aigles de la Medina. You can see already from this that Aigles de la Medina, despite losing the first 2 games, they have found life tough in the CAF Women's Champions League, but they've not been completely overawed. 3-0 and 2-0 the margins of defeat in their 2 games so far, Aigles de la Medina, but they are learning at this level. They are getting more experience. They did so well to get through qualification in the first place. This is of course a real challenge for them against the likes of TP Mazembe. They have been beaten twice, but they've not been outclassed. They've shown that here as well in the first 20 minutes. A shot from range. It was more of a side-footed, placed effort. And Muyinga getting something on target at least for TP Mazembe. Still the best save of the day has been made by their own goalkeeper though. Foot races on and there's plenty of pace in that too, but it's dealt with well by Moumazine. on target to move out to the right-hand side. Creto hooks it in towards the box with the right foot, but it's cleared out. Sek trying to ride the challenge there and get closer to the box, but she was denied. And now Nzumba, the captain, can lead it out to the right for TP Mazembe. It's given away carelessly. Possession changing hands quickly over on the left-hand side, but it's Aigles de la Medina who come out with it. Nobody else still forward down that left side though. It's actually left for the keeper to go and get it. She takes it back into the box, and she'll gather this to distribute downfield. It's well controlled over on the right. Now it goes long and high towards the edge of the area, and it has to be dealt with just as it bounces. Would have been a bit of an awkward one to deal with. Guyasar got it away. It's going to come back quickly though. Lofted into the middle one more time. It falls down well. Shooting chance! Straight at the goalkeeper. That was the biggest opening. Lago Ali Creto, one of the two changes to the lineup today. She did really well to win that in the box. Struck it decently as well. A good left-footed hit. Straight at the goalkeeper. Mazembe making inroads into the penalty area one more time. They're really on the front foot right now. Midway through this first half, they nearly had the opener. Corner ball TP Mazembe. Can they turn this little period of dominance that they've had into the opening goal of the match? Kanjinga gets it back out to the flank for another delivery in. The defenders deal with it. Eventually, the first clearance knocked back off Anta Dembele. Guyasar, the captain, volleyed it at the shin of her own teammate, Anta Dembele, who's seemingly in some serious discomfort after that. She has got strapping on the right ankle and the right shin, and that's exactly where the clearance hit her. Concerning moments for Mbayang Thiam. Halfway through this first half, one really good chance on target each now. Solid stop from Tiaba Gaysen to deny Lago Ali Creto. Shot had some weight behind it a couple of minutes ago, but Gaysen, the keeper, was right there in position. But Dembele, who picked up a booking in the very early stages of this match, does not seem to be doing too well here. She goes hobbling off. I wonder if she'll be able to continue. Whether we'll see a substitution, maybe somebody like Aljo Edme Diagne could come on. Maybe it will be a tactical change altogether if a change is indeed required for Aigles de la Medina. Now the left back, Anta Dembele, seems okay to continue for now. It's headed out, but only to the edge of the area. It could come right back in, and it does, but wide of the target. Smawanda Muyenga giving that a go from just outside the D, fired through the bodies. Plenty of Aigles de la Medina defenders, plenty of orange and blue shirts, just there to block the way towards the goal. Ravens Really in the ascendancy here midway through this first half. Again, they go scurrying into the box. Medina struggling to stop the runs forward. Would have been onside in the middle, second phase for Lago Ali Creto, who's offside from the initial pass. Sek there coming back into the box, and she was not taking any chances with that square ball across, and she put it behind for yet another TP Mazembe corner. This one right into the 6-yard box again, but it was difficult for the keeper to come out and deal with it. Look how deep the corner is. Tiaba Gaysen struggling there. She couldn't dominate the aerial battle in the 6-yard box. It comes back in. Whistles blown, maybe a clash of heads there at the front post. It's pretty heroic defending. It's a worrying sign for Aigles de la Medina and Ndiemelo, who's down. It's a worrying sign that his body's on the line already in defence, because TP Mazembe are starting to turn the screw here. The team from DR Congo. They've won the domestic title in DR Congo for the last 3 consecutive seasons. Nobody has taken that crown from them since 2022. They got some big wins in qualifying as well, TP Mazembe. They've got goals in them this side. They won 7-0 in qualifying against Diable Noir, 4-0 against Atletico Malabo of Equatorial Guinea. And now a chance to open the scoring here. A low shot again from Lago Ali Creto. She has been busy in attack. Similar to her last shot, really. Cleanly struck, had some weight behind it, but it also had Tiaba Gaysen behind it in the end. The goalkeeper in yellow in the right position. She just didn't quite have the angle with the left-footed shot, despite striking the ball well. Well, the half-time highlight reel is growing and growing, and mostly in favour of TP Mazembe. Aigles de la Medina doing really well to hold on at 0-0 at the moment. In terms of possession inside the final third, the Senegalese team have very little to speak of in the last 10 minutes. Whistle's gone there. Well, it was a pretty hefty collision. It was Marlene Kasai who went up and over the top. She did lead with the arm as well. Pretty painful one for Bineta Korkelsek, who's down on the turf. Lovely shots again from above the Stade Labizoli in Casablanca, Morocco. Morocco hosting this tournament. It's a pretty compact CAF Women's Champions League. 8 teams, 2 groups. It all takes place within November. There is talk already within CAF of expanding this Continental Women's Champions League, bringing in more teams, widening the qualifiers. At the moment, there are regional qualification tournaments, the likes of which were won by Aigles de la Medina this time, of course. They won the WAFU A qualifying from West Africa. That was played in Sierra Leone. They picked up some really solid results there. Needed help on the last day as well. Aigles de la Medina, Mogbaumo Queens and Red Scorpion drew 0-0 goalless stalemate, and that opened the door for Aigles de la Medina, and they walked right through it with a 2-1 victory against determined girls of Liberia. That took them into the latter stages of the qualifying competition. It's Marie Dioch who's starting today for Aigles de la Medina, who equalised in that final, which was again against determined girls, the Liberian side. The Liberians went 1 up, Dioch equalised at 1-1, and that set the scene for Mbemekane to come on and score the winning goal in the 89th minute. A dramatic way for Aigles de la Medina to seal their historic qualification, the first for a Senegalese women's team, and now they're ready again to resume play. Can they pick up a bit of possession in opposition territory? They can for now, but they're forced back towards the halfway line quickly. And they'll do well to come out with the ball here. Instead, it's pinched by Mumazim. Good pass to the right flank. This time the keeper's come out, and she's not going to win the foot race, but her defence can bail her out there. That's the first time that Tiaba Gaysen has come out to the edge of the box, and she's not been the one to win possession back. That time the ball was touched around the goalkeeper, but luckily for Aigles de la Medina, they didn't find another black and white shirt. Just over half an hour gone. Goalless between Aigles de la Medina and TP Mazembe. Goalless as well between Western Cape University and FAR Rabat. Nothing really changing in the group picture right now, but another difficult one to deal with. Tiaba Gaysen, who's been very, very busy now in this first half at Stade Labizaouli. Fatoumata Dramé, the number 4, was not trying to make life difficult for her own keeper there, but it wasn't easy to get out of the way. It's lofted into the box. That was good control. A good idea to get the ball over. Again, it has to be gathered eventually by the goalkeeper. That was under no pressure this time. Nice work though. Nogoali Creto, an Ivorian striker. She's been a real handful today for Aigles de la Medina to deal with. It's not too many strikers who've got the word goal written within their name, but Lagoali Creto does indeed have that. There's a couple of occasions now where Creto has come very close to scoring the opener for TP Mazembe. But still, around about 11 minutes remain in the first 45. And still a goalless stalemate. Good ball down the right, one to chase. It's cut back. You can see the idea, it wasn't a bad one. It's lofted into the box. Can they win the second ball? They get the free kick at least. TP Mazembe not happy with the call. There is a caution coming. Might be Marlene Kasai who goes into the book. Well, this is something from nothing for Aigles de la Medina. It's Adama Sané who was brought down. Sané, the one who had that excellent shot on target from a similar position earlier on in the game. It was the first real highlight of this match. Curling strike from the number 11 Sané, just outside the box, that needed a really good stop from Fideline Ngoy. Confirmation then that Marlene Kasayav is in the book. Referee Twanya Nyukwa issuing the second caution of the day. It's one each to Dembele and Marlene Kasai now in the book. And more importantly, perhaps, for Aigles de la Medina, they have a set-piece chance, having been on the back foot for the last 15 or 20 minutes. What can they do with this? They're not afraid to get blue and orange shirts forward. They've never scored in the CAF Women's Champions League. Is that about to change? It would need something special to go direct. They do go direct. The keeper spills it, but she's able to get back and gather. Bit of a let-off for Ngoy. Right over the wall. Hit the spot there with the free kick, but couldn't find the corner of the goal. It was rather too central. Now here come TP Mazembe at the other end. Shot blocked. There's another look at the free kick from Adama Sane. She won the free kick. She got it on target. Right through between a couple of players in the wall. It was Creto and Benia Kabala. Went right through the gap between their shoulders. Cleared long out of the area, but it was a good pass to a teammate. Clearance was picked up by Mari Diok, and now there's a long ball. Keeper's come out. Comes to nothing for Aigles de la Medina. They were looking for the free kick as that one lofted over the top of the defenders. Goalie came out to deal with it. Didn't get a touch. In all honesty, the shot from the number 9, Aissatou Ndai, never looked like it was going to trouble the net. She tried to just launch it up and over the keeper, as you would from that position, but skewed the shot well to the right of the goal. But was she clipped by the keeper? Should this be another free kick for Aigles de la Medina? It was a dangerous game for Fideline Ngoy, the goalkeeper, who was well outside her area but wasn't going to get to the ball ahead of Ndai. Well, the Moroccan coach, Lamia Boumeti, she's cutting a frustrated figure right now on the TP Mazembe bench. She will know, now she sits in the dugout, that the side from DR Congo probably should be ahead here. And now, after a good spell of TP Mazembe pressure, Aigles de la Medina, they look back in the contest. They found a little change of momentum. Boots off for Aissatou Ndai, the 18-year-old forward, and she's taken off on the stretcher. And elsewhere in the other game, there has been a goal. It's Doha El Madani, who's put FAR Rabat 1-up against Western Cape University. Mazembe attack down the left-hand side. There's Lacho Mata, who tried to lead it forward, but it's forced all the way back towards Ladifatu Ngambe in defence. Now they'll switch play to the right-hand side. Long ball forward. 3 white shirts up there. Over towards the penalty area. It's chested down, but the loose ball will come back for TP Mazembe. It's wide on the right. Cut back into the middle. Well, maybe Mwanda Muyenga was well placed there. She was perhaps better placed than her teammate. Dummy could have opened things up for the TP Mazembe number 11. Instead, the whistle has gone. Here's another look at the attack. The offside flag eventually going. Lacho Mata got on the ball. She was offside from the initial delivery. Clearance is blocked, but TP Mazembe can go past the halfway line, and they've used the quick passing to good effect there. They'll pick up the loose ball. Second clearance is rather more effective for the Senegalese team. Away the ball goes for a throw-in. So FAR Rabat leading the group at the moment with 9 points. Mazembe in second still with 4, Western Cape with 3, Medina with 1 as it stands right now. Plenty of time for those scorelines to change, of course. Points tallies to look a little different. It's brought down in the box. The defenders just getting their bodies in the way in the nick of time there. It's kept in right by the corner flag. Headed out to the edge of the area. More TP Mazembe pressure, but again, the ball ends up with Thiago Gaysen in the Aigles de la Medina goal. Good delivery into the box, and it was well controlled by Lacho Mata. Two defenders there, Nguya Sarr and Fatimata Drame. Over to it. Sfideli Ngoy has to grab that one out of the air. Looked as though the bounce might have surprised her for a split second there, but the keeper dealt with it for TP Mazembe. Cross played high towards the back post. It does reach the far side of the box. Back across it goes. And the whistle has gone once more. It was a good long delivery to the back half of the penalty area. Again, it was Lacho Mata who was just offside. Thelma Bafor who picked up the cross. She was onside. She was eligible to play it, but her teammate in the middle, not so. Given back. TP Mazembe seem to have control of possession, but suddenly Aigles de la Medina were able to move forward. Now it comes back the other way. And that's just cleared behind for a corner. Maybe a bit of a lack of communication there. Nguya Sarr, normally a very composed and confident defender. She did not know who was behind her. She didn't know if she was about to get caught in possession in a position that she really didn't want to be caught. So in the end, it's a bit of a gift of a corner for TP Mazembe. Can they take advantage of it in the 45th minute? High towards the penalty spot it goes. Aigles de la Medina, they win it, but they can't get rid of it, and it'll come straight back in with the first time shot from 25 yards. The clearance was not a good one. The shot back in, fortunately for Aigles de la Medina, was straight at Thiago Gaysen. Now a push forward again, good volley off the post. TP Mazembe go even closer in the 45th minute. Again, maybe the flag would have rendered this. Well, I don't think the flag would have rendered it academic. Maybe just the follow-up after it had hit the post. Had that gone in from Merve Kanjinga, that would have been the opening goal. Really good effort. Great technical volley to extend her legs. The ball was right behind her like that. She had to reach back for it, turn it goalwards, and she did it very, very well. Was unlucky not to score the opener. Now here come Aigles de la Medina. Ball still free for them to launch something towards the box, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. Nobody in blue and orange anywhere near it. There was more time for that cross as well. pushed by the Aigles de la Medina forward press. Good crisp pass out towards Drame. She send that into the box, she can. Not much for Marie Diop to work with today. The forwards as well, Ndai and Aminata Diop, have had very little to go on. They have carved out chances at times. Mazembe have certainly been the more dangerous team now, and Aminata Kante is down on the ground. There's another card coming out. This time it's Merve Kanjinga, who just hit the post a minute ago, who goes into the book. Kante seems to be in some serious trouble. So 5 minutes added at the end of the first 45. We're about halfway through that, but maybe there'll be a bit more added for this stoppage now. A look of some concern from Lamia Boumehdi. She knows that her side probably should be leading. TP Mazembe have had the upper hand for much of this first 45 minutes now. Aigles de la Medina hanging on at times, but thanks to Thiaba Gueye-Sen in goal, they have managed to do that. They've had a couple of opportunities to grab something themselves down the other end and test Fideline Ngoy in the TP Mazembe goal. Guyasar takes the free kick downfield, it's headed on. Head tennis in the middle. Cleared out, but only for a throw-in for Aigles de la Medina. They'll keep possession over on the right-hand side. They go to the halfway line. Now a chance to launch something forward. There are players lurking on the last line of defence. It's really well brought down. Spread play to the left. Good work from Aigles de la Medina. Good footwork as well to make space for the cross. That was their best bit of attacking intent for a little while. Aigles de la Medina did well over on the left to get room for the cross, but now they've got to defend against the counter. And Anta Dembele is able to do just that. Throw in TP Mazembe. 30 seconds left of the 5 added. There might be another minute to come. Probably should be. They're getting the basics right at the moment. Just blasting that downfield and out of play. TP Mazembe have the throw in, and it's with the captain, Zumba. Bafor leads it on down the right-hand side. Now a chance for a high cross. Can TP Mazembe win the header? They can. Goalkeeper Thiaba Gueye-Sen once again gets behind the ball just when she needs to. A really high cross. It hangs in the air. There's 3 of them there. Lago Ali Creto denied again. Actually sure if it was Creto or Mata who got the final touch in the box there, as Benny Kalala is down over on the flank. That's what happened to the number 5. It was a bit of a late challenge by Marie Diop. One last attack, perhaps in the first half by Aigles de la Medina. Maybe there's time for more, but I think the whistle will be going soon. Corner ball. Will they have time to take it? The ball's kindly bounced right onto the spot for Aigles de la Medina to get ready to take it. That was a good defensive intervention by Captain Nzumba. Clean tackle just inside the area. Corner taken short. Don't take the chance to simply get something into the area. Will they regret that now? 2v2. The passing does not quite work out. They missed the chance in the end to get something to the orange and blue shirts in the box. Now there might be a counter to deal with. That's closed down well though. Great challenge to stop dead the attack down the right hand side, and that will bring the first 45 minutes plus a few more to a close at Stade Labizoli. Aigles de la Medina 0, TP Mazembe 0. There have been chances for both teams. Most of those have fallen the way of the side from DR Congo. TP Mazembe testing the Aigles de la Medina goalkeeper Tiaba Gaysen time and time and time again. But the number one in goal for Aigles de la Medina has always come up with the saves when she's had to do it. At the other end, Fidelin Ngoy has made a couple of decent stops as well, but it'll be Aigles de la Medina, the happier side at the break. A goalless game here. The picture still in the balance in terms of qualification from Group A in the CAF Women's Champions League. Elsewhere, it's Western Cape University 0, FAR Rabat 1. That doesn't change too much for these two sides though. They'll both have to go out and look for a winner after the break. it is time for the second half at Stade Labizaouli. The teams are making their way back onto the field. TP Mazembe, the first out. Maybe they are the team who should be leading, but it is goalless at the interval between Aigles de la Medina and TP Mazembe. Aigles de la Medina hanging on at times, relied on their goalkeeper to make a succession of saves. The TP Mazembe keeper was kept busy too. A couple of really good shots, especially from Adama Sane. An excellent curler that would have been a stunning first goal for the Senegalese side in the CAF Women's Champions League. But as it is, neither side could make the breakthrough yet. TP Mazembe will go looking for a winning goal in the second half. Make their qualification situation just that bit more comfortable. TP Mazembe, it's looking good for them as it is, with FAR Rabat leading in the other game. TP Mazembe will want to win this, take some momentum with them through to the semi-finals if they are to get there. For Aigles de la Medina, first and foremost, it's about getting that first goal at this continental stage. It's been another spirited effort from Bayang Thiam's team. Can they turn that promise into something that they can remember? A goal, a point, perhaps even more. To defend with all their might once again against TP Mazembe. We expect them to continue on the front foot as they spent most of the first 45 minutes in the ascendancy. As the rain starts to come down in Casablanca, it's Aigles de la Medina who will get the second half started. It's match day 3, the final match day in Group A. It's all on the line here when it comes to qualification for the semi-finals. Is there a breakthrough to be found, or will it end goalless? Ball's punted out of the box by the Medina keeper. Diop plays it back, but it's cut out very quickly. And it'll come back for TP Mazembe on the attack. Ball into the middle, headed on. It's going to stay in play. Eventually it crosses the line. There was a half chance to keep that in with the goalkeeper out to the right of her goal. Thelma Bafor just couldn't quite keep it in. Kick finds a teammate. Medina passing it well. As soon as I say that, it's played right up into the air, but the ball does come back down. It's booted down towards goal from way out. Not sure how much that was a deliberate effort at goal and how much that was just a clearance to get it away from the blue shirts who were trying to move it forward. Did force a save of sorts. Thelma Bafor going one way then the other before being dispossessed. Aigles de la Medina with a chance maybe to turn and go in the other direction. Up to the halfway line they make it, but have to track back a little bit before the next try down the flank. This one's cut out. There might be a counter on for TP Mazembe. Aside from DR Congo driving forward once more. 4 black and white shirts near the edge of the area, and they'll come away with the ball. Looking to tee up the shot there. It was unselfish play, but the pass was just undersold slightly. Maybe there with the player down in the middle. Mazembe coach Boumetti not too happy. But the decision goes against her team. And the Moroccan coach will have to just keep her team motivated and focused. Bineta Korkelsek, who's down on the ground. She spent a bit of time down on the ground in the first half as well. Suffered a few hefty challenges, the number 12. That time it was rather more 50-50, but she's come off worst. I think Lamia Boumetti, the TP Mazembe coach, is unhappy that Bineta Sek almost rolled over the ball a little bit. Could have been deemed a dangerous tackle. As it is, though, the free kick going the way of Aigles de la Medina. Good layoff. Nice idea with the through ball, but it's cut out. Out over to the right-hand side for a throw-in for the Ravens. And they get it taken quickly before Aigles de la Medina can reset their defence. It's thrown into the box. Ball pops loose for the shot, and it's into the back of the net. TP Mazembe make the breakthrough early in the second half. Lacho Mata lashing in the finish. It was central, but it had too much on it for Tiaba Gaysen, the goalkeeper. Save after save after save in the first 45 minutes. But early in the second half, she's finally beaten. The throw-in was flicked on well. Neve Kanjinga played her part. But when the ball came loose, it was just blasted in. Sat up really nicely for the number 8, Lacho Mata. But she smashed it in beneath the crossbar. Went for power instead of placement. And it had enough to give TP Mazembe the lead that they've been looking for. So they huffed and they puffed in the first half, but it only took 4 minutes after the break for Mazembe to take the lead. Aigles de la Medina will have to be really careful at this phase of the game. Now the deadlock is broken, they've got to make sure it's not the floodgates that were broken. Goalkeeper's nowhere here, and it's headed in. And just as I said, Aigles de la Medina needed to be careful that they don't lose their composure after conceding the opening goal. They have conceded a second almost immediately. Lagoali Creto gets on the score sheet. The delivery into the box was a really good one. It floated up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It was a teaser that Tiaba Gaysen, the goalkeeper, didn't really know what to do with it. She came out to make the grab, but she was nowhere near it, the goalkeeper. The defenders didn't really get up against Creto. The header, to be fair, was placed right inside the back post, and even if the keeper had been on her line, she would have struggled to get over to it to make the save. 1-0 becomes 2-0 in a matter of moments. Just about an hour played in the other match. The first half stoppage time was somewhat shorter. Still Western Cape 0, FAR Rabat 1. Aigles de la Medina looking to register something. Qualification beyond them now. It was already very, very slim. Any hopes that they harboured of getting through. Now at 2-0 down. Their Their final hopes of reaching the semi-final seem to be extinguished. If they could get a goal and bow out by finding their names on the score sheet, they can still make this a positive ending to their CAF Women's Champions League campaign, their first CAF Women's Champions League campaign. The newcomers from Senegal. Solid defending from Fatoumata Dramé to put the ball out of play, just to prevent the ball moving forward down the left flank. Mazembe over to take the throw in. At the moment, the group picture looks like this. FAR Rabat top on 9 points from their 3 games. It would be a perfect group stage for FAR Rabat. They're not far away from completing that. 3 wins from 3. Mazembe would be second on 6 points. Western Cape on 3. Medina without a point to their names at the moment. Pass is picked off. Sek in the middle. Cut it out nicely, but couldn't really move forward after it. There's another pass cut out, but it was miscontrolled, and again TP Mazembe will get it back. Decent through ball. Had to be cut out by Anta Dembele. Slid it out for a throw-in. This is where the opening goal came from. A throw-in from a similar position from Nzumba. Free kick given against TP Mazembe, and clearly some feeling from Anta Dembele that an elbow was used. Aigles de la Medina struggling to readjust, having held on at 0-0 for so long, and then suddenly to find themselves trailing by 2. It's difficult to keep your focus in these moments, difficult to right yourselves for another push towards goal. And at the moment they're struggling to maintain any kind of possession. It's just clearances and the odd pass cut out. Now maybe a chance for something. That's too much to ask of Aissatu Ndiaye. She's never going to get to the ball first there. Good touch, good movement inside the centre circle. It all bogs down. The challenges are a little bit too robust for the liking of referee Twanya Nyukwa. Again, you see the pass being cut out by Aigles de la Medina, but then it's like they don't really know what to do with it at the moment. The pass is forward, leading only back to black and white shirts. Corner ball, TP Mazembe. More good work by Thelma Atuabafo. Ndiemelu, not for the first time today. She's down on the ground as well. Hopefully okay to continue. The referee will help her back to her feet. It might be a bit of a spent force here, Aigles de la Medina. Hopefully they can find a bit of renewal through the substitutions and maybe some fresh impetus from the bench. But at the moment, after their defensive heroics for the first 45 minutes, they're in a difficult patch here. TP Mazembe have taken control of the contest at Stade Labizaouli. 2 goals inside 2 minutes. Lacho Mata scoring the opener. Lagoali Creto heading in number 2 just about 60 seconds later. Captain Zumba tried her best to keep that in play, but instead it will be an Aigles de la Medina throw-in. TP Mazembe get it back. Lacio Mata, scorer of the opening goal. Spreads play towards the centre. Moves in from the flank. It's back out to the right for Zumba. That's a good ball forward. Now, Aigles de la Medina can get blue and orange shirts over the halfway line. Good composure to pick out the pass. Now a chance for them to get that all-important goal. Great save by the keeper. That was the best break forward in a long time for Aigles de la Medina. A clash between the keeper and the striker. Brave goalkeeping. And Aissatou Ndiaye denied. She just took a heavy touch on the edge of the box. Allowed the keeper to get out and make the block. But Fideline Ngoy did her job tremendously well there. That touch right on the edge of the area, just a little too heavy for the 18-year-old striker. And the number 9 passed up the chance to get Aigles de la Medina on the board. Hopefully, after that brilliant stop, Fideline Ngoy will be okay to continue. Coming up towards an hour played here. Keeper stays down after the clash with Ndiaye. She'll feel a whole lot better, I'm sure, knowing that she made the stop. Ndiaye's actually gone into the book for that clash. She certainly had every right to go in for it, right in front of goal like that, but maybe she left a little bit too much in on the keeper. Ngoy feeling the after effects of the collision. It does look like the first Aigles de la Medina changes are about to be made by coach Mbayang Thiam. Sadigatou Diallo, right-sided forward, looks ready to come on. Mamtrame as well. So Aminata Diop goes off. She's had very little to work with today. Fatoumata Dramé heads over to the touchline as well. Attacking changes for Aigles de la Medina just to try and spark the team into life. So they go out with a bang here. They will be going out. Can they go out in style at least? Yemeleu has been knocked about a little bit today. She goes off as well. Aissatou Fall, the young defender, comes on. One change as well for TP Mazembe. It's Elena Nkandum coming on. Thelma Bafor, the one to make her way off. Clearance straight out for a throw-in. TP Mazembe can get things restarted over on the right-hand side with Nzumba. It's been a bit of a break after the goalkeeper taking a knock. Both sides have had the chance to make some changes. The players who've remained out on the field will have had a bit of a breather for the last few minutes as well. Throw in headed back out for another throw. Confirmation of Elena Kwandum coming on for TP Mazembe, who lead by 2-0. Half an hour of football still to be played. TP Mazembe in control right now. Through ball played well, it was onside. There was no flag up, but the control just forced Aigles de la Medina back. Sek looks left, but it's just a tread on the ball from Mamdrame. Spread play towards the right flank, but the pass is cut out once again. All the way back it goes from Mwanda all the way to the goalkeeper, Fideline Ngoy, who's okay to continue after that great one-on-one stop just a minute ago. The ball scooped forward by Benia Kalala. Nacho Mata looks for the ball into the box, around the goalkeeper. This is going to be number 3. They're appealing for offside, Aigles de la Medina, but the flag is not being raised. Lago Ali Creto round the goalkeeper and just rolled the ball into the empty net. There was no heroic defensive intervention. The offside call, you can see why the defenders wanted it. At first glance, that looked just right from the official. Creto was lurking right on the shoulder, but I think there was an outstretched foot from the defender that actually was playing Creto onside. But she really took full advantage either way. We might have to wait for VAR confirmation. Referee Ancino Twanyanyukwa is going to get word in her ear any moment now. So elsewhere, FAR Rabat have extended their lead against Western Cape to 2-0. And now TP Mazembe are confirmed as leading by 3. Well, it's a similar story to matchday 2 for Aigles de la Medina. Things were a bit different on matchday 1, where they were 3-0 down at the break. But looking at it now, Champions League debut against FAR Rabat is a very tough way to start in Morocco. On match day 2, they kept it goalless until half-time. All the goals conceded in the second half on match day 2, and the goals conceded in the second half again on match day 3. But can they get one for themselves? That's what they've got left to play for. If they can score, whoever does it will etch themselves in Senegalese football history, and the team will write a new chapter of Senegalese women's football history as well. The goalkeeper stayed on her line here. Space in the middle. The cross is sliced. It was rather fortunate for TP Mazembe that it almost looped in towards the front post. There's a bit of a miss kick from the number 10, Neve Kanjinga. Just didn't quite get her feet right, but it went onto the top of the crossbar and behind. I'm not sure if the keeper took a touch on the way through there. Neve did have a teammate in the middle. A big free kick for Aigles de la Medina. Nacho Mata just not quite quick enough. Anta Dembele fleet of foot. Good control over on the right-hand side, but eventually the ball slips away. Aigles de la Medina have it back. They'll battle for it up against the touchline. Good movement forward, and they're trying to stay onside. They'll go direct from way out. An audacious effort from about 30 yards out. I like the idea, but the execution not quite as good as it needed to be. It was a well-struck shot, but it had too much on it and flew over the crossbar again. Good turn. Now a chance to get a better delivery in. Cross is played just outside the D. It's the substitute in Coandum who can pick it up over on the other side. Now another long-range effort towards goal, but this one also off target. Moanda Muyenga having a look from way out. They're trying to net with something special here. TP Mazembe, they fancy their chances of scoring from range, but at the moment they didn't quite have the accuracy. They've got Aigles de la Medina really on the back foot now, though. That's a great delivery into the box, and this one needs cutting out by the defender. Good job by Fatoumata Dramé, who I thought had gone off earlier. Looked like she'd made her way off in the substitutions. Just went over for a chat with the coach instead. Good ball down the left. Chance to make inroads again. The substitute cuts it back to the D, but it's cut out. Coandum starting to make an impact. Now can Aigles de la Medina move in the other direction? Not quite. Got it to the halfway line, but no more. And now there's space in behind. 4 black and white shirts forward. Teammates across the box. This should be the next goal, and indeed it is. It's a tap in for Merveille Kanjinga. Kanjinga scored on match day 1. Had an assist on match day 2, and now she's on the scoreboard again on match day 3 of Group A. Aigles de la Medina just run ragged a bit here. TP Mazembe have the superior fitness levels, they've got the superior experience in the CAF Women's Champions League, and they are making that pay right now. Merveille Kanjinga just could not miss the 21-year-old forward. It was set up nicely for her. It was put on a plate by the substitute Elena Nkoandum. Aigles de la Medina 0. TP Mazembe 4. They're running riot in the second half. TP Mazembe. It's tough on Aigles de la Medina. They've battled bravely. Did have that chance with Aissatu Ndai to get on the score sheet themselves a few minutes ago. Maybe they'll get another chance or two before the end. Throw in for the Senegalese team over on the left flank. .18 minutes of normal time left. 4-0 to TP Mazembe. FAR Rabat still leading by 2. There's a speculative effort, to say the least. Now they're blue and orange shirts forward. Delivery into the middle, it's cut out by the defender in the centre. Volleyed away well. Cushioned to safety. Picked up by a teammate too, but it's just blasted downfield towards halfway. Now they can launch into space down the right side. Lacho Mata, scorer of the opening goal, as the floodgates opened. They've kept that in play with Mamdrame. Aigles de la Medina will continue 2 forward against 3 defenders. Just need something to fall their way in the attacking half. But at the moment, it's not really happening for Aigles de la Medina. They are plugging away. Nzumba steps inside and plays the ball down the right wing. Still plenty of space for Kanjinga. Into the box she goes, gets the crossover. It's going to stay in play. It's an awkward one to deal with at the front post. Eventually the corner will go to TP Mazembe. Thought they might have had one a few seconds ago, but they opted to keep the move alive. Blocked by Aminata Kante. So here's Esther Dikisha coming on, the 25-year-old forward. She got 4 goals in qualifying. Real clinical finisher at times. She's got good pace to use as well. Key figure in the qualification, but only a peripheral figure really. Not seemingly in Coach Boumetti's plans too much during this group stage. Esther Dikisha. Now she gets a run out on match day 3. Double substitution. Marlene Kassai going off. Jinga got on the score sheet again. She's off too. Corner ball taken. To the middle it goes. It's harried by the goalkeeper. It'll be fired back in. So many saves in the first half, Tiaba Gaysin, but she's looked a little bit less steady in the second period. Palming a few of those away. She might have just caught the initial ball. In the end, it does go away to safety for now. TP Mazembe are going to try and bring it back as quickly as possible. It's been a real second half onslaught from the DR Congo team. Work on the left flank now. Only one blue and orange shirt in the middle. And that shows why it's going to be so hard for Aigles de la Medina to get on the score sheet. Good sporting play. It was nice work by Mamdrame. Set herself well against Nzumba. Had to play a bit of a hit and hope cross into the middle with almost no support up there, but foul was made by Nzumba. This set-piece chance with about 15 minutes to go might represent the best opportunity for Aigles de la Medina to get themselves on the board in Group A. They may be 4-0 down, but if they score now, I'm sure they'll celebrate it. Needs a good delivery in. Now they do have plenty of blue and orange shirts in the middle. They're loading the 6-yard box. How much pressure can they put on Fidelin Ngoy in the TP Mazembe goal? It's a shot direct into the side netting. It wasn't too far away. Had it slipped inside the front post, it would have been difficult for Ngoy to deal with. Decent hit from Sadigatu Diallo. Curled into the side netting. Was dipping and swerving. Ngoy was comfortable covering that front post though. Here come TP Mazembe again. Again, the passing into the box is crisp, it's accurate. This time it flashes across the face of goal with no takers in the middle. There was support up there, but it was too far forward. There's no way that Lago Alicreto could get on the end of it. Another promising attack for TP Mazembe, who've really found their flow in the second half. It's all started to fall into place for them. Shafal, the midfielder, is ready to come on for Aigles de la Medina. So foul waits to come on as we move towards 10 minutes left. It's an impromptu gathering for a team talk for Aigles de la Medina. A chance for a quick word with coach Mbayang Tiam as well. Just trying to gather themselves for one last push in the final 10 minutes here. So Aminata Kante off, Aisha Foul onto the field for Aigles de la Medina, and they've got 10 minutes plus stoppage time to find their first goal in the CAF Women's Champions League group stage. Passing out from the back has not worked out for them in the second half. Straight back into the box it goes. They never really got it out of their own defensive third. Good work on the right. Can they break forward? Not quite. It just drifts out of play for a Mazembe throw-in. The Ravens remain in full control as we're into the final phase of the game now. Aigles de la Medina 0, TP Mazembe 4. Another one to chase down the flank. Can they at least win a throw-in from it or something? No easy option in the centre. Aisatu Ndai was covering the simple pass back towards the goalkeeper, but TP Mazembe did well to win the throw-in for themselves there instead of conceding one. They look long, TP Mazembe, right downfield. It's headed back. Loose ball. Second ball goes the way of Aigles de la Medina though. They haven't won too many of those tonight. That'll be a free kick for TP Mazembe. Lacho Mata, who wins the set piece. Sick is the one who just went in a little bit uncontrolled into the challenge. It was a heavy knock with Lacho Mata, and it's Sek who conceded the foul, who's actually come off worst. Bineta Korkil Sek back to her feet, holding the right ankle, but hopefully okay to continue for the final few minutes here. Yang Tiam can be really proud of what her team have achieved anyway. 2-0, 3-0 and 4-0 the defeats at the moment. Still agonisingly yet to get on the board. But as the first Senegalese women's team in the CAF Women's Champions League, they've made history already. They've made their mark. They just haven't quite had the quality to challenge the teams in Group A. Match day 2, they held on until the second half. Match day 3, they held on into the second half as well, but they've crumbled a little bit since TP Mazembe opened the scoring. Credit must go, though, to Lamia Boumehdi and her team, because once they did make the breakthrough, they just kept their foot on the gas, and they didn't give up at 0-0 either. They felt coming out of the changing rooms for the second half that the breakthrough would come, and it came very quickly indeed. It was Aminata Kante who went off a few moments ago for Aigles de la Medina. Free kick on the way of Esther Dikisha. Second half introduction. Looks a little tough on Marie Diok. Diok felt that she got the ball. You can see from her reaction that she was shocked to concede the free kick. Five minutes of normal time to go. Should be a bit of stoppage time added with 4 goals in this second period. The result and the qualification not really in doubt at this stage. TP Mazembe have given themselves a comfortable finale. A calm conclusion to Group A here. They're winning 4-0. FAR Rabat are winning 2-0. It will be Rabat and Mazembe who go through. The chance to make some changes. Malanda goes off. Kasi Kahambu, Gideon Molakoana coming on. Molakoana, the former South African international, 30 years of age, one of the older players in this tournament. A lot of the squads with very young average ages. Not too many players over the age of 30. More physical issues here for Aigles de la Medina at the end of what has been a grueling group stage. They've done tremendously well to be here, but they wanted to do more than face defeat in each of their games, and it's taking its toll now. It's not going to end the way that they wanted it to for Aigles de la Medina. It can't be success and glory for everyone. Mazembe will move on to the semi-finals. Aigles de la Medina will be going home they've had a taste of CAF Women's Champions League action and they'll want more. They might have an even better chance of getting back in the future. That cross, teasing one into the box, but it's dealt with in front of Lagoali Creto. Whistle goes just as TP Mazembe win the ball back on the edge of the final third. That was the latest introduction, Makasi, the 18-year-olds, who was penalised. Through ball, a little bit overhit. The goalkeeper can make a comfortable gather. To stoppage time in the other game. Still Western Cape University 0, FAR Rabat 2. And here, 30 seconds away from the 90th minute. That's a good ball over the top. Just too high for the defender to deal with. Can they get it across the middle? No, they can't. The hunt for TP Mazembe and their 5th goal. It goes on. Not quite on the same wavelength there, nice idea. The pass was on point, but had some fizz on it. And her teammate just wasn't quite expecting that, as Esther Dikisha played it. Last change then for Aigles de la Medina. Fatoumata Ndai comes onto the field. It's sick. He was down after that challenge a couple of minutes ago. She is withdrawn. Fatoumata Ndiaye onto the field for the 90th minute and stoppage time. There's just been too much of that from the Senegalese team, especially in the second half, even from the goal kicks. They're just coming straight back. The team in black and white just picking up the ball and driving into the penalty area once again. This one cut out on the near side. Another corner for TP Mazembe. Makasi making her impact. Fresh legs of the number 3. Corner played into the middle. Out of the box it goes, and it's booted away downfield. One to chase for the solitary forward, Aissatou Ndai. She's done really well there. Ndai still going into the box. Can she muster a shot? Not from there. Her control just lets her down at the last moment again. It was such a good run. All the way around past Ngambe. The ball just took a little bobble as she got into the box. And it was enough to come straight up off the boot and out of play. Frustration for NDI. Brilliant run, but no end product. That's been the story of the Champions League for Aigles de la Medina, to be honest. Drame wins the throw. Is there to be one last chance for Aigles de la Medina to get something on the board? Might have a free kick here. The referee thought about it. Nothing coming their way. Zumba gets another move started. Pass is threaded through to the left. Now a chance to get into the area. Ball across the middle. Could this be number 5? Keeper's going to gather it. We're into the last minute. Aigles de la Medina holding on, at least conceding the 5th. There was a heavy clash in the middle there, but play was already dead. tough to take, of course, for Aigles de la Medina. They and their coach, Mbayang Thiam. They've done well despite the 3 successive defeats here. It's a learning curve at this continental level. They can go away, they can pocket this experience, they can come back stronger. Good ball into the box, another chance for a 5th. It's away from the keeper, and the loose ball cleared away before it was snapped up on the rebound. Another chance for goal number 5. Creto it was, just firing it towards goal. And Coandum almost there to score on the rebounds. And that will be the end of the game at Stade Larbizaouli. Aigles de la Medina slip to a 3rd straight defeat. TP Mazembe were too strong in the second half. They ran out 4-0 winners. It could have been more. Aigles de la Medina not able to get on the board across the 3 group games. They tried their best. They forced the keeper into some saves, especially in the first half. But it was TP Mazembe who were just far too strong after the break. They will qualify in 2nd spot behind FAR Rabat. Mazembe move on to the semi-finals. Aigles de la Medina will be going home. They've made history for Senegalese women's football nonetheless. Coach Mbayang Thiam and her team have done Senegal proud. They can come back stronger. It'll be a disappointing one to take. Their heaviest defeat was saved until last, but TP Mazembe have come on strong throughout this group stage. They recovered from their matchday 2 defeat against FAR Rabat, and TP Mazembe sign off from the groups with a win which sees them through to the semi-finals. We'll have interviews coming up and all the highlights from this 4-0 victory very shortly. Mazembe moving on.